Week 3 of the college football season, Alabama getting ready for a road trip to Oxford to take on Ole Miss. Alabama head coach Nick Sabin as well as Ole Miss head coach Hugh Freeze both talking today in their weekly press conferences. I want to break down some of those talking points, and I bring in Reiner Sabin for that on campus in Tuscaloosa right now. And one thing that Hugh Freeze talked about was how tough it's going to be to run the football against this Alabama defense. Alabama in the past 2 games only giving up 87 net rushing yards. Your thoughts on that, and what did Nick Sabin address in terms of his defense?
It's been pretty impressive what Alabama's been able to do in stopping the run game, especially up front, considering they play almost 70% nickel in a lot of situations. So what they've been able to do with Reuben Foster, Jonathan Allen, Dalvin Tomlinson, being able to pinch down on the running backs and contain the outside edges has been pretty key, and I think that's going to be a key element going forward against Ole Miss because of the RPOs that they run.
All right, now with Alabama's offense, Nick Sabin expressing a lot of frustration coming out of week 2 against Western Kentucky. Did he address that today?
Yeah, I mean, I think he definitely discussed the ground game and the lack of execution. He kept on harping on execution being the key element, and certainly the offensive line has to generate more of a push than they did against Western Kentucky. And, he also referred in the Western Kentucky game, after that game, to the USC game and the fact that the numbers were somewhat misleading in that game as well. The running average wasn't very good if you exclude the 2 big runs by Damian Harris. So this is an issue going forward, and I think, he's really going to look to see how this team performs against Ole Miss before it really becomes a cause for concern. But I do think it's something that is really kind of, a focus and something that Nick Sabin really definitely wants to address this week heading into the Ole Miss game.
And continuing on the topic of offense, Reiner, Nick Sabin talking about how the offense has evolved. Ole Miss has been somewhat of Alabama's kryptonite, losing to them the past 2 years with that no-huddle offense. Nick Sabin saying that their offense has evolved in order to get ready for teams like this. How did he address that today?
Well, he kind of subtly referenced the fact that they've really kind of changed the composition of the team. Also having the defensive players lose weight and get quicker. And certainly some of even the players reference that O.J. Howard says he's noticed that the players are faster and more dynamic than they were in previous years. And he thinks that, it helps them, go against these fastball teams, as Nick Sabin puts it, that, run a no-huddle, hurry-up kind of offense, and also kind of stretch the field, not just vertically, but also horizontally.
All right, thank you, Reiner, for all your coverage of Alabama football. And for more updates, you can visit us on AL.com.